How's it going, everybody? Warmage here with It's Aviation Time, and today we will be starting the first of 3 bush trips to be released alongside World Update 9, Italy and Malta. Today we'll be starting the Apennines mountain range bush trip. The Apennine range is a chain of mountains that forms the spine of the Italian peninsula, which is also called the Apennine Peninsula. At just over 900 miles in length, they are anchored in the north at their juncture with the Southern Alps, and they extend to the tip of the boot at the southern extremity of the peninsula. The range is composed of terrain that ranges from rolling lowlands to sheer cliffs and knife-edge ridgelines. The highest point of the Apennines is Corno Grande, which lies in the central portion of the range, 27 miles inland of the Adriatic Sea, rising to 9,554 feet above sea level. Corno Grande is home to one of Europe's southernmost glaciers, the tiny Calderone. The Apennines bush trip begins in the northern end of the range at Bologna Guglielmo Marconi Airport, where you find us today for leg 1. It is just northwest of the city of Bologna, and from there the route weaves its way southward along the backbone of the Italian peninsula, visiting cities, villages, lakes, forests, and parks, passing by some of the greatest peaks in the mountain range. The journey will come to a close by traversing the shoreline of the Tyrrhenian Sea in the southernmost reaches of the peninsula, and then ends at Reggio Calabria Airport, one of the featured airports with the World Update, just outside the city of Reggio Calabria, which is located on the shore of the Strait of Messina. Assistance on the trip will be available in the form of a back on track button. However, it will disable achievements tied to the activity. So we're going to be doing one leg per episode, so we will be doing leg 1 today. The distance today will be 51.55 nautical miles and 24 minutes. The total bush trip length is 564 nautical miles, and the total duration of the bush trip is expected to be 4 hours and 38 minutes. This is the longest bush trip of the update, with there being a total of 9 legs. And leg 1 today will be from Borgo Panigale, Bologna Airport, to Peretola, which I actually don't know where that is. And wind today will be 225 degrees at 5 knots. The aircraft for the bush trip will be the Cub Crafters X-Cub, and weather looks to be mostly cloudy, however a fairly high ceiling, so good VFR flying conditions. Hopefully you guys end up enjoying the bush trip. They will all be in a playlist, and all the Italy videos will also be in a playlist together. If you like the video, make sure to drop a like, comment down below any video suggestions, flight suggestions, or feedback. It's always greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you know when we post any new aviation content to the channel. I hope you guys end up enjoying the bush trip, and let's get started. Alright, here we are in Borgo Panigale Airport in Bologna. Here we are. I don't know what that was. On runway 12, I don't think we need the VFR map. We have the GPS here. If we need the VFR map, we'll use it, but we'll use the navlog. But anyways, let's get started. We're on runway 12 here at the airport. It should take us around 24 minutes. It's currently 6:31 a.m. local, so let's get started. Parking brakes off, flaps are set. Alright. Positive rate. And we'll start the climb. I'm going to want to make a right turn heading 135. Turn on landing lights. I don't know why those aren't on. Good. Started our ascent rate. Anyways, we want heading 135, and we'll synopsis. Completing a bush trip without using the Get Me Back on Track feature will give us an achievement for the activity. So that's the goal. We'll go flaps up. I think we'll level off at 2,000 feet to start. We might have to climb later, who knows? I mean, we're going to be flying in the mountains. About 2 miles, and our first waypoint today is Bologna itself. Ahead lies the adventure of the entire Italian peninsula, flown along the corridor of its geographic spine, weaving a path that passes by its highest summits to its southernmost extremity, where it meets the water in the heart of the Mediterranean. After launching from Bologna, Guglielmo Marconi Airport, we're going to fly southeast over Bologna, the capital of the Emilia-Romagna region of the country. So we're going to try to level off here. You can see the city to our right and to our left. Really cool stadium there. Trying to make sure we stay on track. Alright, we're going to level off right now. Going to make a right turn now towards Sesto Marconi. We're going to be turning southwest at a heading of 210 degrees, flying 7 miles for 3 minutes and 22 seconds. We're going to fly to the town of Sesto Marconi using the river Arno, along the banks of which the town was built. So we're going to try to use the river as a visual reference. So I kind of overturn. I can see the river straight ahead of us. Looking good. We're still climbing a bit. I don't really want that too much, so we're going to trim. Throttle back a little bit. Right on heading. So we're going to hold this heading. And we're right on course. Increase throttle a little. So looking at this, we have a total of 8 waypoints. And today we'll be landing at Florence Airport, as you can see here. So that looks like the river to our right. We're kind of going to try to keep along there. Obviously, you can see all the mountains ahead of us. Still on track. We're gonna fly a lot of the bush trip in this view because it's just easier. You get to see a lot more, kind of like pan around, you can see the mountains. It's a lot nicer than seeing this as we're in a tail dragger. can see a lot more of the scenery, which is what we're really trying to show. So we're pretty much over top of the city now, or the little village is right there. This is the village of Sasso Marconi. We're gonna then start heading south-southwest. And we're gonna pass over the confluence of the River Arno and the River Seta towards Monte Sole Regional Park, passing left of Monte Sole, 2,191 feet above sea level. So I'm going to start a slight left turn. And that will take us over the regional park. This leg is 5 miles in about 2.5 minutes. We're not going full speed, so we might be a little delayed on it. Making sure we stay on track, and right now everything looks good. So we're passing over the regional park now. So there's one of the rivers, I'm not sure which one, and then meets with this river in the town. And looks like we'll clear those mountains, so that's looking good. Flying a lot of this with trim, not really using my hands at all. About 1.8 miles to go. And yeah, very nice scenery. Slight right turn. So essentially we are holding this course. We're now heading towards Castiglione dei Pepoli. So we're pretty much continuing on course, so I actually don't want to overturn right now. And we'll be heading towards the small town of Castiglione dei Pepoli. It is named after the Pepoli, which was a local aristocrat family. And we will be using the A1 highway as a visual reference for this leg. 10.7 miles, 5.5 minutes. Or actually 5 seconds, sorry. 5 minutes, 5 seconds. lot of turbulence right now. So the A1 highway is off to our right. You can see it in the bottom. Or actually, so you can see the small town is straight ahead of us right now. So we're a bit to the right now. Anyways, yeah, you can see the A1 highway was right below us. It's right there. It goes underground here, I think, and pops out over here. It's right here on our left. Beautiful so far. 5 miles to go. We're gonna have to climb a little bit, so I'm gonna put a little bit of trim for that. So we're still holding right now.
500.
We're fine right now. We're fine right now with the altitude. I'm not that worried about it. So it looks like this is the village ahead of us here. Straight ahead. We're keeping a slow climb. So when we hit the village, we are going to make a left turn. About 1 mile away. We're making that left turn now around the mountain. We're turning left to a heading of 156. We will essentially now we're turning south-southeast and we're going to pass over the highway and the village of Barberino di Mugello to reach Bilancino Lake, which is a man-made reservoir created with the damming of the river Sieve. I'm pretty sure if I zoom out here I can see the lake. It's over there. making a hard right turn here to get around the mountain. We'll keep the climb going. Little hilltop village here.
500.
Increasing power. Look how close we are to the mountain there. And you can see the lake now, so we're going to start like a... almost like a slow descent. As we are quite high. And yeah, we're going to keep this... I'm going to try to keep this speed while maintaining the descent. Descent rate looks good. Holding the speed, holding the heading, and we're heading towards Lago Bilancino. Beautiful approach to the town here. Beautiful town. I think we're passing over the A1 right here. We just passed over it. A very green. That's some dark green. I like that. The views off the left are magnificent. Alright, so we're 1.5 miles from our next point of interest. Quite a bit of turbulence. I wasn't really expecting this much. But anyways. We're about to make a right turn now towards Prato. We're going to be turning southwest and fly just to the right of a ridge of peaks, which I can see right here. Yeah, we're making the turn now. So we're aiming to fly just to the right of the ridge of peaks called the Calvana chain of the Apennines. We were going to be flying towards the city of Prato, the capital of the Tuscan province of the same name, and the second largest city in Tuscany behind Florence, where we are ending today. I'm gonna zoom in here on the map. Increase our power here. Some big mountains off our fronts. So we're gonna hold the heading. Holding in the valley. I'm gonna make a left turn though we don't hit the mountains here.
500.
Climb over these. Beautiful here. So this is the city of Prato in front of us. Climb there a bit too much. Gonna start another. Actually, we're at a decent altitude. That's the wrong thing. About 2 miles from the city of Prato. Little river there. About 1 mile now. Beautiful city, this. Looks like that's an airport. I think that's the break, actually. There's a little train station there. Okay, so we'll be making a left turn, heading 119 towards Sesto Fiorentino. We're going to be skirting the base of the mountains that we saw. We don't really need to be descending here. So we're now heading towards Sesto Fiorentino, so we're going to turn southeast and skirt the base of the mountains, keeping them to our left, towards this town, which was created by the Romans, which lies on the outskirts of the Florence metropolitan area. Now Florence today, that is the airport where we are ending. You can see the airport's actually already on our map, so we are almost finished. Beautiful views here. Keeping around the mountains. This looks to be another train depot, right? I mean, I think that's a cargo train, like, distribution center. Looks like trucks there, some trains. Local time right now, 7 a.m. It's not real time, but it's kind of close, actually, to real time. Only a few hours off. Ooh. We okay? I also see a highway in front of us. Alright, we're about a mile and a half now, and I think if the airport in sight, off our right, pretty sure the airport is right there, which it is, so we're going to make a right turn to final. That is the goal, so we might actually want to start doing a little bit of a descent, and make a left turn here. So essentially we're going to make a right turn to around heading 168, and we're going to turn to south-southeast and immediately descend to land at Florence Airport. This is kind of what it looks like. I mean, I see it right there. So we're just going to start our turn to land now. Keep the descent going. I'm going to bring out 1 degree, or 1 setting of flaps. Now the runway threshold is extremely, delayed. There's a very big run-up area. So we don't really have to do a strong turn. We actually don't have to descend that fast either. Bring out the next degree of flaps. And we'll go flaps full. We're on 4 white, so we do actually kind of want to descend. Holding our heading, holding our descent rate at about 400 feet a minute. Touchdown. Tapping the brakes. I'm not going to hold the brakes or else I will slam my nose into the earth. But we are coming to a stop. And the tail is on the ground. And there we go. Welcome. Where are we? I forget. I already forgot where we are. Florence? I think we're in Florence. Welcome to Florence. Still actually moving. There we go. We have stopped and we survived. So that's the first leg completed of the Apennines mountain range bush tour, or bush trip. If you guys happen to enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, comment down below any video suggestions, flight suggestions, anything like that's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you know when we post any new aviation content to the channel. Last thing, if you want to see an overview video for the mod, you can check that out in the top right corner of your screen. There's a card for it. But without further ado, I hope to see you guys again soon, and episode 2 should be coming out tomorrow. See ya!